Hello, GovCon winners, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kizzy Parks. I've been awarded well over $50 million in federal government contracts, and I'm here to help you learn how to find, bid, and win profitable government contracts. Today, I'm going to talk all about what I learned from my first federal government contract. Yes, first federal government contract was a subcontract that was right below $100,000 with the Air Force. They're now Space Force, but at the time they were the Air Force. So some great things to share with you concerning amazing lessons learned. Number one, I learned how to put together the foundation. At that time, I didn't have a website. I didn't have a logo. I didn't have the S Corp that I own today. I didn't have an accounting system. I did not know the difference between accounts receivable and accounts payable. I had no idea. I didn't know what a monthly report was. So I took that time to get all of that together, as well as any other like insurance and things of that nature, because I had no clue. The other thing that I learned, and this one was really key and really stuck with me throughout the 10 plus years of being in this space. And that is, I was earmarked because of the value that I provided. The actual director at the time had mentioned, hey, Kizzy, you're earmarked, and so you don't have to worry about anything. So as a result, I was a subcontractor, not on one, not on two, not on three, but on 4 different prime contractors' contracts throughout the years because of the value that I had offered. And that really stuck with me, that someone could offer, not just anyone, could offer so much value that an agency kind of earmarked them and made sure that they were on a contract vehicle. Because that leads me to the next thing that I learned, and that is ease of getting to you. How do we get to you is a question that many government employees are thinking, or they may just ask. And because at that time, I didn't have an 8A, I wasn't on a GSA schedule. Yes, I was a small business. At that time, because of the rules, I was a woman-owned small business, but they didn't want to go the simplified acquisition route. So I really learned that the government prefers easy, that they prefer that. However, if and when you provide so much value, they will find a way. And that's held true. There have been those that we have since had as subcontractors. Why? Because the agency loved them. And they said, hey, connect with Kizzy at our flagship company, and you'll be able to talk and make it all work. Sure enough, bam, they receive a contract ranging from a few thousand to, $500,000. So it's amazing when you offer that value. The other thing that I learned that really took me aback, because I went from graduate student to Dr. Parks. I'm this, entrepreneur with an S Corp for the federal government. Is all of the agency politics. It was in many ways like an extension of high school. And I do not say this to demoralize or to be mean or to be negative. I'm just sharing my experience. And what started to occur is there was envy and a lot of weird talk about my age. It was very strange because I just thought of myself as, hey, I'm here to provide this value. I love what I'm doing for you. This is amazing. And in reality, there were many people who would just verbally express like, wow, you're making so much as a contractor. How old are you anyways? Oh, is this how government contracting works? It was just very weird. A lot of rude, kind of snotty remarks. I didn't really pay much attention to them. I probably should have. But at the time, I was too busy growing because I was not an FTE. I was a subcontractor. I was still providing the monthly reports, providing all the deliverables that they desired, So I just set aside the noise. And there was a lot of noise. One particular military member went to contracting about something. And it was very unfortunate because it really just involved a conversation. But because of all of this ugliness, contracting office was involved. It was all worked out. Nothing negative happened, but it really showed where these kinds of things would go because there were so many different politics going on. I was clueless. Again, I was laser focused. Hey, I have this S Corp. I'm growing KPC. I'm running. I'm doing everything you've asked me to do. I didn't have a copy of any of these contracts. Zero. I had a copy of none of them. So I was informed by the director, here's what I want you to do. Here's what I need for you to do. Okay, got it. Moving on. Who knows what was in the actual contract? I had no idea. And so it was just a very awkward kind of situation because I'm the kind of person where I'm here to make you happy. I'm here to execute according to the requirement, not bypass things because so many people, I guess, are walking on eggshells. Who knows? But that ended up costing me the contract. Yes, because perception is reality. This is another huge learning. Perception is reality. And I wasn't there. And other government contractors were there. So there was that mindset. How can I tell if you are actually doing work if I cannot see you? Please explain. So many of the powers that be didn't want to really go into, hey, she's a subcontractor. She's running her own business. She can't be here. She can do whatever she wants to do. Some tried, but that mindset, perception is reality. She's not here, so she's not working. She's not adding any value anymore because we don't see her. And mind you, there were different changes in that command. So newer leaders coming in, they had no idea who I was or what I did. All they knew is I was some line item. And they were probably wondering, because at that time it was well over $100,000. Why is she being paid all this money? And I don't even know who this person is. So while that ultimately cost me the contract, on a positive note, I set some amazing boundaries. And I'm really proud of that because I needed to grow the business, not just rely on one client. By relying on them, I was at their mercy. And that wasn't me. I had multiple clients at that time, not only with the federal government, but also on the commercial side. And then interestingly, several of the senior leaders had encouraged me to apply for one of two GS-13, GS-14 positions. I didn't want that. I never wanted that. I was praying not to get jobs before I ended up as a subcontractor. Then in a twist of irony, the day I found out that the subcontractor was with JHT for this Air Force location, that it was canceled, I had already learned that KPC had been awarded a $4 million contract. So when I was called by the project manager and he said, how are you doing? Sorry to break this to you, but they've decided to remove you from the contract. I started laughing. And I said, this is really sad. This is unfortunate. This has been, I think it was about 5+ years. I said, but I have this great opportunity. I was just awarded a $4 million contract. It's going to be okay. And it's been more than okay since then. I'm so grateful for that first opportunity because after, I definitely paid more attention to perception as reality. Definitely paid more attention to different agency, department level politics. Now I'm a whiz at it. I was not a whiz at it. That's why I lost that contract. So all in all, it was a wild roller coaster, but well worth it. So all my amazing GovCon winners, please subscribe. please hit that notification button, comment below, and check out all the amazing free things that I have for you. And don't forget, if you're new here, you may be like, what? But if you're not new, you already know everything is possible.